Hey comic book fans, my nerdy friends, my geeky potters, what's going on? Today I'm coming at you with something I promised earlier on in the week, and that's my trade collection video. So, yeah, well, I'll just start showing you all the trades I have. Okay, first we're going to start with the ones in my to-read pile right now. So next, these ones you can expect some trade reviews coming up soon. Not sure which order, but you'll see them eventually. This is Superman for All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. On a total Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale kick right now. So yeah, Superman for All Seasons. Just picked this up today. Batman Haunted Knight. Really psyched to read that. Another one I picked up today. Peter Panzerfaust, Volume 3, Cry of the Wolf. Love this. That story is just awesome. Then we have X-Men Days of Future Past. Really like the Dark Phoenix saga, and this takes place right after that, so I'm really excited to get into that too. Then we have another classic, Batman The Dark Knight Returns. I haven't even flipped through this, I don't think, so I don't even know anything about it, but it's another one. One I picked up recently, The Crow. And then, of course, X-Men, God Loves, Man Kills. Really excited to read this too. I like how it's like a bigger size. Pretty awesome. So that's my to-read pile. This is my, I guess, just my collection of Preacher trades. So we got Volume 1, Gone to Texas. Volume 2, Till the End of the World. Volume 3, Proud Americans. Volume 4, Ancient History. Not such a huge fan of this one, but the story as a whole is fantastic. Volume 5 is Dixie Fried. 6 is War in the Sun. Volume 7, Salvation. Volume 8, All Hell's A-Comin'. And last, Volume 9, Alamo. So that's the entire Preacher run of trades. Some of them, like, they're not the same, like, printing. You can see how, like, these ones have Vertigo on the bottom and then these ones don't. I want to end up getting the complete Vertigo ones. But, I mean, they're all Vertigo. It's just the way they look. I want them all to be the same, but that's going to be in the future when, you know, I have a bunch of cash that I'm just wanting to throw away. Next, we're going to get into some Valentine books. I have here American Splendor, Our Movie Year. If you guys hadn't seen this movie, American Splendor, story about a character, Harvey Picar, right here. And this book is actually written about the year they made the movie and everything that happened while they were making the movie. Yeah. Here is... this is just a collection of American Splendor books. Ordinary Life is pretty complicated stuff, is what the little tagline says here. Paul Giamatti, this is like a shot from the movie. Paul Giamatti plays Harvey Picar, and like I said, if you guys haven't seen the movie, you should. It's actually really, really good flick. And then I have The Best of American Splendor. It's all black and white inside. And a bunch of different artists work on this, so everything looks different. Just a bunch of really cool stories about the everyday life of Harvey Picar. Pretty crazy. Sick. These trades were the first trades I ever picked up. I think ever. I think that I went to a Comic-Con one year with my friends and picked up those American Splendor trades, and yeah, really enjoy those. Next, this isn't really a trade. It's like a DC Comics encyclopedia. It's an Ultimate Characters Guide. So inside you have just each page has a different character. So you got Doomsday there and Eclipso there. All done alphabetically. So just, I mean, if you want to know random little stuff about each character, it's there. And then we have, starting my Batman collection, we have Cacophony here by Kevin Smith. Walt Flanagan does the art in that, and I wasn't such a huge fan of it. I don't know, it just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Court of Owls, Volume 1. And then we got Volume 2, The City of Owls. Really liked that story. I thought it was really good. Yeah, I just really liked it. And we got this beast of a book, Batman Nightfall. It's humongous. It's beautiful. I think I picked it up at like a Barnes & Noble, I think. $30. Ridiculous. Now I go for the deals. Next we have The Killing Joke. This is a hardcover. I'm not going to hit it like everybody else does just to prove that it's a hardcover. You know it's a hardcover. Then we got Batman The Long Halloween. Fantastic book. I just did a review of this, and it was awesome. Awesome. It's one of those books that everybody should read. And if you haven't, you should go read it right now. Next, we have a book I picked up at the last Comic-Con I went to last May. This is the Green Lantern, Green Arrow. Like first couple issues of that series. It collects... What issues does it collect? Collects... one sec, sorry. Green Lantern 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Another 87. That's strange. 89. Oh, I'm guessing it was supposed to be 88, but it says 287s here. So 89. The Flash 217, Flash 218 and 219. The Flash 225, and then a reprint cover gallery of issues 1 through 2, 4 through 6, and issue 3. So, yeah, just a big chunk of the Green Lantern, Green Arrow series, the first bunch of it. Actually, I have all the ones after that except for number 116, and that's another focus I have right now. And then we have Justice League, first hardcover from the New 52. It's actually pretty good. I think that was one of the... I think I bought that and Nightfall at the same time. And then we have Superman, Red Sun. Really enjoyed that. Different take on Superman. And then we, of course, have Watchmen. Everybody should have a copy of Watchmen. Another essential reading, really. Then we have some Hellboy trades. This is the first volume. This is Seed of Destruction. And we have number 2. This is Wake the Devil. And then this is number 4, The Right Hand of Doom. really like the Hellboy trades. Really like the Hellboy universe. I just haven't gotten as deep into it as some people I know. Next we have Lock and Key. This is the first book, Welcome to Lovecraft. And then we have the second book, Head Games. And the third book, Crown of Shadows. This is a series I'm also trying to complete. I just saw the hardcover of Alpha and Omega at my shop today, so hopefully I'll be able to find it in a trade paperback form later on. But right now I'm just looking for the trade paperbacks. I believe there's 7 total. Next we have Blackacre, Volume 1, An Errand into the Wilderness. I got this as well as a bunch of the other ones you're about to see from a real good friend of mine, Bat Paranormal, Brian. Yeah, really cool. He's really into like the dark image books, and so am I. So he sent those my way. That and Graveyard of Empires here. Pretty crazy zombies meet military story in that one. And we have Hoax Hunters, Volume 1. I'm really, really interested in this book. I need to go pick up the rest of them because it's actually really, really cool. I really like the story. Like these guys go out hunting like mystical creatures and stuff, and they have a person on their team, that's an astronaut suit filled with crows. It's crazy. Next, Little Depressed Boy. This is the first book. I got turned on to this book from Mark Fatsack of Comics. Really enjoyed it, but haven't been able to find a second volume or anything like that. So that's on my to look for list. Mind the Gap. This is issue 1, Intimate Strangers. I got this from James Crowder. Then we got a big fan of this, I already said, Peter Panzerfaust. This is volume 1. The Great Escape. And then we got volume 2 with Captain Hook right here. There you go, you can see it. Volume 2 called Hooked. Really love the nuggets of Peter Pan mythos that comes through in that book. Just really cool. Then we have Revival, Volume 1. You're Among Friends. Really like this book. Volume 2. Live Like You Mean It. Got into that book thanks to John DaCosta and Travis Oddfellow's Thoughts. They were talking about it on a Sunday brunch one time with me, and it just got me hooked. So picked that up in trade, and I'm caught up with single issues too. Next we have Saga, Volume 1. If you haven't read this book, you're living in a cave for like the last 2 years. Fantastic stuff. I even got my wife into it, as well as my sister, so anybody can read that book. Next we have The Walking Dead. This is Volume 1, Days Gone By. Picked this up at the Comic-Con last year, and while we were there, I met Tony Moore, who signed it right there. It says Rod On Scott, and then signed Tony Moore. Pretty awesome. He was a really cool guy. I've heard people tell horror stories about meeting him, but he was super cool to me. Next, we have The Walking Dead Compendium number 1. And then we have The Walking Dead Compendium number 2. This got me pretty caught up with The Walking Dead when I first started reading it. The only thing I needed was this. This is volume 17, Something to Fear. And then from there I got caught up on single issues. And I'm all caught up now. And then we have Witch Doctor, Volume 1. This is Under the Knife. This is another book that Brian sent me that I really enjoyed. I need to find. I think there's a second volume. I need to find that. I'll probably do a review of this one too eventually. Then we have another Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale book, Daredevil Yellow. I really enjoyed this book. You'll see a review of this next Monday coming up. It was fantastic. I highly recommend it to any and everyone. And then we have Runaways. This is Pride and Joy. I don't know if there's a second volume of this, but this is Runaways 1 through 6. This got sent to me from Kevin, the Spins 1390. He sent this to me, and it was awesome. Written by Brian K. Vaughan, who, as you know, did Why the Last Man and Saga. Then we have Wolverine, Wolverine's Revenge. This was written by Jason Aaron. A story about Wolverine taking his revenge out on this group of monks. I can't remember what their name was. Oh, the Right Red Hand is the name of the group, and it's pretty crazy. It's pretty nuts. It's a great story. And then we have a book I talked about earlier, X-Men: The Dark Phoenix Saga. Yeah, loved that, and can't wait to read Days of Future Past. And then we have some more books I picked up from the Comic-Con last year. Really happy I found these. I think I picked them up for like $5 a piece, so great deal. This is Mouse. The first book, My Father Bleeds History. And then the second book, and Here My Troubles Began. Of course, this is Art Spiegelman wrote this, and it's a true story of his father's time in Germany, running away from Nazis. Fantastic story. But of course, it's written in the point of view of mice and cats. Next, we have Harbinger. This is the original Harbinger series, Volume 1, called Children of the Eighth Day. Pretty sweet. Gives you some backstory. Like I'm reading the new Harbinger series right now, and it gives you a backstory and kind of like it mirrors the story that's going on right now with Harbinger. And then we have Archer and Armstrong, Volume 1. This was recommended to me by Ben Gambit 896, and I thank him very much for that. It was fantastic, great kind of humor, buddy cop kind of thing, but with religion, kind of crazy. Next we have the Alan Moore's run of Swamp Thing. This is the Saga of the Swamp Thing, Volume 1. Love Swamp Thing, and Alan Moore is a freaking genius writing Swamp Thing. Then we have Volume 2. Different printing, but still Alan Moore, Saga of the Swamp Thing, Volume 2. This was also sent to me from Kevin, the Spins 1390, and it's fantastic, a fantastic story. And then we come to a title that I'm hell-bent on collecting all of them. I have the first 5, and I think there's only 7. So we have Northlanders. This is Volume 1. This is Sven the Return. I think Frank turned me onto this book, and I thank him for it immensely. Really good stories. This is Volume 2. The Cross and the Hammer. Each one of these trades are completely different stories. So if you ever like find them out in the wild, I know that a bunch of them are out of print now, from what I understand. But if you ever find them, don't be afraid to pick up like 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you find. They're all separate, self-contained stories in one trade. So this is Volume 3, Blood in the Snow. We have Volume 4, The Plague Widow. Really good, really good. That's one of my favorites. And then we have Volume 5. This is Metal and Other Stories. This volume and Volume 3 have multiple stories inside the single trades. Both are not my favorite collections of Northlanders. Metal was pretty good. It had a couple good stories, but the main one kind of bugged me a little bit more than impressed me. Next we have Voodoo Child, also sent to me from Brian. This was written by Nicolas Cage, and his father, about a slave boy who gets pretty much put to sleep and woken back up later on and becomes like a superhero kind of. It's pretty crazy, pretty nuts. And then last but not least, I have this book, Talk. This is a hardcover book that I picked up at the con last year. Written and drawn by Steven Berger is his name. Does awesome work. Like it's pretty funny, this book, because it's about him figuring out what he's gonna write a book about, and it's cool. And I got it signed there, right there. You can see. I also got a print from this guy, and it was awesome. You can see his artwork is just pretty fantastic. Really, really good. And the book is actually really funny. I thought it was hilarious. So I hope to meet him again someday and then pick up anything else that he's written. But that's my trade collection. It's gone on long enough. But as you know, I'm constantly picking up new trades and trying to find good deals on trades. So if you see any here in the video that you would like me to do a review on, please let me know in the comments. I'll add it to my to read pile, and I'll reread them and do a trade review of it for you. And any of them you'd like to know anything about, just let me know. So that's it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.